Good morning. It's Thursday and I got my nails cut off yesterday. It feels pretty darn good not to have nails. I can actually feel my fingers. I'm talking about my nails because I'm procrastinating on what I'm about to share with you because it is so huge. I thought it was only apt that I did it in my kitchen because so much has happened in this kitchen behind the scenes that you haven't seen. There has been so much going on that I have wanted to share with you. I've hinted at it. I've kind of taken you along with me to London. I've mentioned how I'm working on another project behind the scenes, and I've mentioned that I've been busy, and this has taken up a huge part of my life for the last, I think, about a year. Is it a year? Maybe longer. I will put on screen exactly how long it has been since this whole project began, but the secret's out. Today is officially the day that I can announce to you that I have written a cookbook. It's called Make It Vegan, and it's with Hardy Grant. They approached me saying that they would love to publish a cookbook with me, and I was over the moon because if you've been following me for a while, this is quite emotional for me because it is the dream for me. It is my ultimate career goal, and I can't quite believe that little old me just posting YouTube videos in my parents' house, what was it, 7 years ago, sharing random recipes that me and Alex would cook for dinner, and then in Brighton sharing kind of budget meals, student meals, that kind of stuff, would be publishing a real life cookbook. I feel so proud of myself. I feel so thankful to Hardy Grant for wanting to publish this cookbook with me and for bringing my dream to a reality. They have been the most incredible people to work with. Special shout out to Kate. She has been incredible, and just, bringing my dreams to life, listening to what I want, getting the recipes together, getting the visuals together, and I know it's going to be something that all of you are going to be just so excited about, hopefully, and I know that you're going to love it. I have been requested to make a cookbook so many times because obviously I've created ebooks in the past, and I've done that entirely, on my own accord with people I work with, and that has been so fun. But I've always wanted to have a physical cookbook, and loads of you have asked me to make one. It's always the comments please, can you make a cookbook? I want to have your cookbook. So it's available now to pre-order, so you can click the link down below, pre-order it. I'd be so appreciative if you did, because it would mean the world to me. It is just such a huge deal, and I put my heart and soul into this cookbook. It's just so surreal. It's so exciting. The point of the book, obviously the title says Make It Vegan. It's all about making veganism accessible to everybody. I'm not here to tell you to go vegan overnight, to, change your lifestyle completely, or to suddenly be buying loads of really expensive ingredients, or be spending hours in the kitchen, or become a chef. I'm not a chef, I'm a home cook. I have learned how to cook vegan food and veganize things with lots of help from my mum and from just my love of cooking and love of food, and I hope that translates in the book. The point of it is that things are easy, simple, delicious, practical, healthy, and there's loads of great recipes in there that are veganized versions of things, and yeah, hopefully it's a cookbook that's realistic. I spent so much time thinking about what would I want from a cookbook, and the sort of cookbooks I own and the ones that I love and the ones that I keep going back to, and those are the ones that have realistic recipes that are interesting, innovative, but they have an element of realism in them, in that you're not going to be looking at it and thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot be bothered to make this, and I wanted them to be delicious but also simple, just what you already know from me, the kind of recipes that I create in my everyday life, that are absolutely gorgeous and delicious, but they are accessible to each and every one of you, whether you're vegan, whether you're plant-based, flexitarian, whether you just like cooking vegan food sometimes. This book is for everybody, and hopefully there's stuff in there for everybody too. So yeah, please go pre-order and check it out. The cover is to be revealed. We have a placeholder cover, but the official cover, we're actually going to be shooting soon, and I'll hopefully take you along with that experience. And I'll be revealing the cover finally sometime soon, which is really exciting. I don't know what else to say about it. It's something I'll talk about more in the next, when it comes out. It comes out the 28th of December. So it's just in time for Veganuary, and just in time for, you know, a Christmas present potentially if you pre-order it. You can pre-order it for a friend or a family member who you know, as a Christmas gift, and it means that you're going to start the new year if you want to go vegan, or if you want to do a month of veganism, or if you want to try more vegan recipes in Veganuary, it's perfect timing. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm going to share so much more in the months to come around the cookbook, the creating of it, and some of the recipes, and yeah, giving you more insight into it. But it has been such a passion project of mine. My mum has worked collaboratively with me on it too, because she is such a source of inspiration to me. So huge shout out to her, because she is someone who taught me how to cook and who always inspires me with her kind of innovations and her thoughts around cooking, because she's not vegan. So it was really fun to brainstorm with her on lots of the recipes, and yeah, create recipes that are, you know, the sort of thing I would make and what I want to recreate, but her having an input and going, what about this, what about that addition, or what about this idea for a recipe that you could create, because she's not vegan. So it was really fun to brainstorm and do that with her. And yeah, I had such a lovely experience as well when I went to London. I couldn't tell you what it was, but I did the shoot for the cookbook in London, and the team were absolutely amazing. Claire was our photographer for all the food in the book, and Libby was the food stylist, and I just found it so inspiring to work with them and see how they did it, see how they created the recipes and photographed them and captured them. And we were so set on, we wanted a photograph for every single recipe in the book, because I'm a visual person, and when I'm creating a recipe I want to be able to see what it looks like. Not only to just think, I really want to make that, but also just to have a visual reference. And the book, yeah, the design of the book is amazing. I'm so excited for the designs and how it all looks. I'm just so excited. And if you are a US follower or Australian follower, then it comes out in January 2024. So it will come out on the 28th of December in the UK. But there's a slightly different release date for US and Australian followers, but you can still pre-order it. I'm just so excited the way it looks. Lucy, our designer, was amazing in putting together sort of like our mood boards, our Pinterest boards. I can't tell you how much time I've spent working on this, you know, behind the scenes, and I wish I could have shared it with you, but these things have to stay under wraps. You know, sitting and researching and looking through, literally, like, I feel like I went through my mum's entire cookbook library. She's got the most incredible cookbooks, sitting and researching, being inspired, and, you know, spending loads of time really considering what gaps I could see, trying to make sure I'm doing things that are interesting, but also doing things that you love and you're familiar with. And we've got breakfast, we've got quick eats, we've got dinners and main meals, we've got snacks, and we've got desserts. We've got everything. I'm just so excited. I think it's about 60 recipes in the book, which is amazing, and it's a really big size. I feel like I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you all the detail because I'm just so excited. And I'm here in my kitchen in like my clothes I'm about to wear, going to the garden with a hole in my t-shirt here, and my hair is wet. But I wouldn't do it any other way, because this is how I always communicate with you, and I'm just so thankful to all of you. Like, I always say this because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for those of you who watched my videos. I wouldn't be writing a cookbook if you didn't subscribe to me, watch my videos, make my recipes, buy my ebooks. Like, that's why this cookbook is happening. That's why. It's like a collaborative thing. Like, I'm making the videos, but you're watching them, enjoying them, and you're supporting me, and you leave such lovely comments, and you always, yeah, you're just so kind, and I'm just so grateful for all of you, because it's meant that I've been able to make a cookbook. I'm gonna stop blabbing. Please pre-order, it really is important. If you pre-order, if you want to get the book, and yeah, I really hope you love it, and in the months to come we can share more details. And I actually can't believe I'm actually sharing it with you. It's so surreal. I can't believe it. Maddie from the future here, just interrupting my announcement to say that we're going to be offering 5 signed copies if you want to win a signed copy of my cookbook, and you'll receive it ahead of publication day, so you'll receive it a week ahead of everybody else. So if you're really interested in getting the book and want a signed copy, all you have to do is comment down below and go over to Instagram, because I'll say the same over there. Comment on my most recent reel, share it, tag your friends and engage, and I will pick 5 winners to receive a signed copy a week before it goes live. Back to me from the past. Now that's over, I don't really know what to vlog. It's like, I wanted to put it in the normal vlog because I just feel like that's how I do things now. I don't want to be like sitting down and ending it there. So I'm just going to carry on with a normal vlog and pretend as if I didn't just announce that I'm releasing a cookbook. Like, are you kidding me? I'm going to make myself some lunch. I made a really yummy pasta yesterday, actually. Like a greeny pasta. So I'm going to heat that up. And it's nice and sunny. So I want to like basically have a day where I get a lot of things done and maybe give you some updates on some things, because I know that you've been asking about the patio, how that's looking. We cut the wisteria back this week. I just want to do some gardening and get some stuff sorted, basically. I want to show you maybe a few. We've got our curtains put in our green bedroom. That makeover is coming soon. I'll show you a sneak peek of that. Oh, look at our hallway. This is crazy. I don't know if you've seen, have I shown this on the internet? I've shown this on Instagram. I don't know if I've shown this on YouTube. We have no ceiling because they connected the electrics to the patio, and they said they could, you know, make loads of holes in the walls and stuff, but it would probably just be simpler to take the ceiling down to see where they're at and wire everything through there. So we've got lights in the garden now, so I can show you that later when it gets dark. And we've got our lights set up for where they're going to go. So we've got some deliveries from Jim Lawrence the other day, because we're going to have some picture lights, a lovely pendant. The electrician is coming back. He can't come. He had like a few unexpected things with the ceiling when he did it, and he has to come back. But he can't come back for like 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks' time, he'll finish. We'll get the plasterers in, plaster everything, and then we can paint and like have a really lovely looking hallway. Because it's been a bit of a kind of meh space that's not really decorated, and it feels a bit ugly when you come in the house. So we can paint it, and then hopefully the carpenter can sort out some of these cupboards eventually. We'll speak to him. Normally carpenters and tradesmen have like a bit of a wait time, so that probably won't happen immediately. But at least we can paint, and we can put pictures up, and it can feel lovely, and we'll have lights, and then the cupboards can happen when they happen. I don't know what time. I feel like I'm trying to talk normally about what's going on, but it doesn't feel like it's normal. It feels very unusual because I've just told you such a big thing. What do people normally do for announcements? I just don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know how people usually do it. Do they like, I just don't know. Should I have done like a reel, like a video reel of like all these things? I don't even know. I'm quite pleased actually with how my hair's turned out. It's not dry yet. Like I said, it's still wet at the back especially. I need a haircut. I'm getting my hair cut on Saturday. Can you even see my hair? Yeah, it's like all kind of tousled and wavy. I think the issue I was having for a while was I was constantly putting too much product in my hair. But Rhyme and Reason, I'll show you the products. They sent me their Wave shampoo and conditioner and gel, and I had used their curly stuff before and it really did not get on with my hair. It's far too heavy. So they sent me the Wave stuff, and yeah, you saw I just diffused it, and it's nice and sort of soft waves. It's a bit wet still. Yeah, it looks really nice and relaxed. I sometimes look at videos of me during the pandemic when I started doing the curly girl method, and my hair was so curly, but I also think it was a lot shorter, and I kind of forget that my hair is quite a lot longer now. It's so difficult to show you my hair ever because it's so dark. It's looking like the Wavy products. Yeah, this is really great lighting. Yeah, the Wavy products worked quite nicely. I'm thinking of getting these cut shorter so I almost have like a long fringe, because the front bits are always way curlier. But I definitely, you can see I need a new dye because it's kind of, yeah, and some layers. But Bobby, what's the matter? What's it? What is it? Is it because Daddy's not here? You're waiting for him to come home? Are you waiting for Daddy to come home? He's not home yet, hon. No, he ain't home yet. She does this sometimes when he's up. She gets a bit funny. Maybe you can hear a dog somewhere that I can't hear. It's okay. In other news, look how gorgeous these flowers are. Roxy, you have to stop. These are from Freddie's Flowers, and I think that they are the most beautiful Freddie's Flowers I've ever received. I buy this, I'm a customer. This is not sponsored. Look at this flower. I have never seen anything like it. It's absolutely beautiful. And what I love about Freddie's Flowers is when it arrives, so when these arrive, they're all like closed, and you get to experience them come into bloom. So these were all not in bloom either, which means the bouquet usually lasts about 2 weeks. So I get them every 2 weeks and it lasts that amount of time. So this has like kale and cabbage leaves from the garden, which is so lovely. And then for my basil plant, I put some basil in there, and it has also a leaf from a broccoli. And then this is homemade vegan parmesan. It's literally just almonds, nutritional yeast, salt and pepper and mixed herbs, and you blend it all together and you have parmesan. And we use it every time we have pasta, and it's so delicious. It works really well as well because it's got the salt in there that parmesan has. So this is my lunch and I can't wait to eat it. Alex just got home, and look at this for a Facebook find. This was, guess how much this was? Write in the comments below how much you think this cost. This is £20?
Why would they write it down?
They comment it.
But you didn't give them a minute to comment.
Well, they should have paused. So look at this. 20 quid. And it's cast iron. So now we have a question mark. So we got one from Jim Lawrence, and it was, how much was it? 300 and something, 350. Again, I'll put the price. The setup in the hallway was that we used to have recess lights. We have changed that. We are going to have wall light, wall light, wall light. That's gonna be a picture light. These are little sort of lampshade lights. Same again there. And then picture light at the bottom of the stairs there. And I wanna get a really lovely, one of our wedding pictures printed with a nice frame. And then here a pendant rather than recess lighting, because I don't love recess lighting. And that was where the Jim Lawrence pendant light was going to go. It's a lantern style, but it's not that far off this style of light. We got this because I thought, well, while they're doing the hallway, they may as well put a new light there. There is an option for me to look on like Etsy or look on Facebook further to get like more of a chandelier, like longer pendant, because obviously it's a really tall hallway. So you could, I think I'm answering my own question, aren't I? You could get a much like bigger, longer, almost like kind of chandelier style light for the landing, and then return the Jim Lawrence one and we use that one.
Ooh.
The
Well,
benefit,
I was thinking that's, well, it's quite short for up there, isn't it?
you can get chains to make it long. You can just replace the chain. So it's got a chain on it, but you could buy an extension to make the chain longer. I think I'll think about it. I think I'll put them in. One thing I would recommend if you're trying to have a house dilemma question answered, go on PicMonkey or similar Canva or even just Photoshop and put all the pieces together with the colours and the kind of vibe, and you can kind of see how they work. So what I'll do probably is take a picture of that light, put them next to all the Jim Lawrence lights, the paint colour we want, some of the accessories, and see if it kind of fits. Because that would save us like 350 quid on a light, which would be incredible. And that would look, how cool would that look there? Like, it fits the vibe if you had it there. Like, it's cool. It's essentially the same kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the hunt now for a light for the hallway, like a chandelier. I think a chandelier up here, like, if you look at this, it's very blank, quite boring. So it really could do, no, I've answered my own question. It could do with something coming all the way down, obviously as far as your head wouldn't hit, but it could probably go eye line, I think. Here, like a lovely big lamp, and then I want to put cornice and then loads of pictures both sides and paint it. This will be blue. I was gonna show you the hair product, wasn't I? I still have this weird thing about the fact that I've literally announced my cookbook and I'm just talking about normal stuff. Feels strange. So this is it, Ram and Reason, they sent me this. Not an ad, they just sent it to me, but it worked really well. So the Wave Revival shampoo and Wave Revival conditioner. So I did use their curly stuff. Did not get on with my hair. Had to, well, I think Alex even used it or gave it to somebody, maybe my dad, because I literally don't know anyone with curly hair. Because curly, as in curly coily hair, because curly coily hair is like ringlets, and none of my family have curly coily hair, or friends have curly coily hair. The most that people have is wavy. The gel I was using before maybe was a bit too much, or I was using too much. So this is the Wave Revival gel serum. So it's obviously designed to not be too heavy for wavy hair. I don't know what it is about hair. It really makes a difference to me. It's like really nice when you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, my hair actually looks how I want it to look. And I was styling it a lot with the Dyson and it wasn't staying nice and it was looking dry and I was just tying it up all the time. Let me know if you feel the same sometimes. These Typology lip oils, this is in Coral Orange. I've got them in a few different colours because they kindly sent them to me. I use them every day. Let me know if you want me to do an updated makeup routine because I'm loving wearing like barely there makeup. This is definitely to be continued, but here is a sneak peek of our new curtains in our green room. You're gonna have to wait for the full makeover though. This is the bouquet I was talking about. Like, it never looked alive. I mean, it looks quite pretty on camera, but lots of the buds like this never came out, and lots of them look quite dead. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a lot of them and put them in lots of like little bud vases for our bedside tables and stuff upstairs. And I've also got another bouquet that I got from a neighbour that is going over a bit, and I'm going to put those in little vases. That's something I'd recommend if you get a bouquet, discard the dead ones, but the ones that still look okay, there's always a few, those are the ones that kind of will dry out or will look okay for longer. And if you put them in smaller vases, they last, and it means you've got like extra. This is something I've seen a lot on Instagram, by the way, or Pinterest, that may look horrendous, but I trimmed the tree and I saw the branches and I was like, these branches look a lot like the pattern on the curtain. And I've seen people in like very big houses, this is a small room so it might look funny, but like in big entryways they have like big twigs on like a middle table or something in a hallway, and it looks gorgeous. So I wanted to give it a go. I'm going to put it there, and if it looks ridiculous, I'll either trim it down or just take it out. But I want to experiment, because if there's more ways that I can bring like the foliage from in my garden into the house, then I would love to, because I just love that feeling. I want to have a cut flower garden eventually. In fact, I'm going to go down to the bottom and see if there's any cosmos that's grown. All the other flowers I planted haven't grown, but the cosmos have, so I could cut some of those and put them around the house as well. But let's see if this looks ridiculous. I have a fear that this is also going to die immediately, because it doesn't look very alive right now, because I cut it yesterday, but maybe that's because it's not been in water. Like, does it kind of just look like I've put a tree in here? I think Alex is going to think it's ridiculous. I think less is more. Cast your votes below. What do we think? Obviously, yeah, these curtains, it's got some kind of eucalyptus on there. I think someone said it's like an Australian plant, but I love this. And as soon as I trimmed it, I just thought that reminds me of the curtains in the living room. But does it just look a bit strange? Just this cushion. Does it just look a little odd? It's really hard to show you because it's backlit. I can't decide. I'm wondering if the long bit is the problem. It's like just too big because it's a small room. I'm not 100% sure. So we have all of these beautiful flowers that are just starting to go over. So I've collected some little vases and I'm going to distribute them. These are from upstairs. I think it looks beautiful on a bedside table. This was on my bedside table. And you can see this was from a Freddy's Flowers. Usually with Freddy's Flowers, they come with these sort of more stick-like, oh look, they're a bit mouldy. I'm going to rinse those. So usually they come with ones that sort of go on the edges and they're drier and they're always really good. So I could, you could literally just have this on a bedside table and it looks lovely. So I am going to keep him, but nothing beats fresh flowers. And my lovely neighbour grew all these and gave them to me, but obviously because they're super fresh, they haven't well, it's been like a week, so. And what was quite kind of lovely was that this was the day that Frankie passed away, and they didn't know that. And I like to think of those sorts of things as, I mean, I'm not religious, but I do like to think of those things as almost like little messages from God or from the universe. I'm not religious, but I'm not an atheist, so I like to think that there is a God and I am spiritual. So I think that that was a message from somebody, you know, a message of love that Frankie is okay. And yeah, it kind of touched me a little bit when she gave me these. I just thought, she doesn't know, but that's a little sign, you know. So you look at these ones still look fine. If it would focus. So these ones still look fine, and because this is purple, you can even just leave the water out and just let them dry out. But yeah, because this has got purple on the front, I'm gonna try and match. Oh, there's lavender there. What's lovely as well, that is interesting, is she put all this mint in there, which made the bouquet smell amazing, and obviously it adds like a lovely amount of foliage. I might even put this on my bedside table because it smells lovely, like when you go to bed, to have the sort of mint. Yeah, these are different types of mint that she's grown. Maybe it's cat mint. Oh, so beautiful. It's also just very relaxing to do this, isn't it? Should I put a little white flower in there? So this one, obviously this part is dead, so I can trim that and maybe pop a little pop of white. That looks beautiful. Oh, look at this one. Because obviously the colours in the bedroom have got, there is blue in there, so that's really nice to touch on that. Is there another blue one? Yes. So you just trim them down. So this is my first one. I think I'm gonna leave it. I'll leave it like that for now and see how I go. So next is Alex's bedside table. So I don't want them to be matchy, so I think this one, I'm just gonna stick with yellows. Because I think that it's quite cool, because I think this is a Wedgwood. My mum gave me this. Because look how beautiful this one is, but some of them haven't popped out. This is also very slender, this one, so does that work? Is it not long enough? So here's the other one. Both looking gorge. And now we've got all the little ones left. So these I'm just gonna put just like the individual like tops of these. Here are all of my little bouquets. So I just tried to match some of the colours. This will go on my bedside table. That looks so pretty. It's crazy how 2 bouquets that were dead or dying, because you can see all the sort of, well, this one fell off unfortunately, otherwise I would have kept him. But yeah, see all these flowers that are dying, that they then become so many bouquets that you can put around the home. It's just amazing. This was literally just 2 small bouquets. This will go on Alex's bedside table. Look how beautiful that flower is in the middle. So, so pretty. And because they're all Cornish flowers, they're all locally grown, they all have a similar feeling. So there's lots of cosmos and dahlias, and I think there's, yeah, some mint, some lavender. So these little small ones, I was thinking of maybe putting some of these just on the table, but I'll take a couple into the bedrooms and just go from there. But I think my favourites are definitely though the orangey ones. They're so pretty. Look how gorgeous that looks. It brings out the wallpaper. Stunning. See, look how gorgeous. I put this dish here just for my jewellery at night. I think I need to move this one over into the middle a bit so they match. But look how much life that brings. And it matches the wallpaper. Just so lovely to have the bouquets on the bedside tables. You may notice we still haven't hung the pictures. I might do that today. So thank you for all of your help. Loads of you gave so many suggestions. Can I lean you there on the cushion? Yeah, so many of you suggested to hang them above the bed, and I took these pictures from the garage and swapped them because the ones that I was showing you before, I think they were too big. These are much smaller and they've got birds and they match, they're very similar. And there's obviously birds on this wallpaper, and I just think they look more fitting above the bedside tables. So let me show you. So they just are more delicate and little to go above the bedside tables because I don't really want to have loads of pictures in here. Lots of you said this, don't bother with anything because it's very busy wallpaper. I do like to have something because I actually think it breaks the wallpaper up and it does actually soften the wallpaper. But I just think these are way more fitting than the bigger ones, and I'll show you the ones. The thing is, there's a vlog that I filmed the other day and I don't know if I uploaded it. So I may be repeating myself, but hopefully not. And then this one over here. I just think it looks much better, and they're just much more similar to each other. The other two were a bit too different, and now we put those other ones in the garage. They also look better because they're bigger, and I always thought that these bird pictures were a little too small. And then we've got this beautiful mirror on Facebook. Again, I might have shown you this already, that I'm going to put just here. And Alex and I were discussing kind of like, now that there's like quite a few renovation projects, now that there's quite a few renovation projects that are coming to an end, so obviously the patio, like there's lots of things that are like nearly done. So obviously our green bedroom is nearly done, this room's nearly done. We need, once we've done the radiators in the bedrooms, that'll be 3 bedrooms completely done, which will be so amazing. And I can do like the full makeovers of this room and the green bedroom for you. And then the hallway we'll paint, and that will be mostly done, bar the cupboards, which we'll speak to the carpenter and see what time frame that is. And then the patio is nearly done. It's just like finishing bits. And we need to do gardening and like, yeah, put the sort of accessorizing of the patio, like tables and plants and stuff. And I was thinking about the future with our dressing room, that I might do like some kind of DIY IKEA packs situation, speak to the carpenter about that, where you build it in and I change out the stuff inside a little bit to make it more fitting to what we need in the cupboard, because there's like some empty space that could be used better, and make that into a proper spare bedroom, so that in the future, when we have children, there's 2 bedrooms for the children and there will be an actual spare bedroom, because I was wary that if we have 2 kids and then we have a dressing room, we won't really have a spare bedroom, which will be kind of annoying because people come to stay with us for Christmas, or, you know, Alex's dad's coming this weekend, people, you know, family come and stay all the time. So it's nice to have an actual room for them in the future. Yeah, it's quite nice just to think about these things and think about how all the rooms come together and how you're going to use them. And it's very lovely seeing the sort of life be put into these rooms, because they're full of colour. And I love that this room is so like patterned and blue, and then we've got a green room and a pink room. And when we do the dressing room, I'm not sure what colour we'll go for, but it'll be another sort of fun, you know, vibrant feeling. And it's lovely to have that in the house. I think downstairs is a bit more neutral, so is the garage, and then it's like, it's lovely to come up here and it be full of life. And yeah, we'll probably get the bathroom done relatively soon, because we've got all the stuff. It's just about booking it in. It's not going to be a huge expense because we've got the bathroom furniture. So that could be done, and then the landing could be done. And realistically, on paper, most of the house would be done then. Just like, there was still, obviously it's never done, is it? There's always stuff. But in terms of like feeling like your home is your home and decorated how you want it, and rooms are like complete, that will be amazing. And then obviously everything else will be a sort of journey of like adjusting and adding and stuff, like the outside and the office and the garden. There's like lots to come, but it's a really nice feeling midway through renovating to reflect and be like, oh wow, like we've got to this point now. We're not in that limbo anymore. We're at the point now where things are like actually finishing, and it's feeling like my home and how I want my home to be. And all the time and money and effort, it's very rewarding. Hey Bobby. She's a hot puppy. It's hot today, I'm getting hot now. Also, when you put these 3 together, look how lovely they look. Wow, look at the flowers. I love it so much. I think this would look quite cute. I feel like I want this in here somewhere, but I don't know where. I've popped those there, which look amazing against the green. And look at these amazing new lampshades. They're from Alice Palmer, and I have been looking at them for like a year and never bought any because nothing was finished, and they're quite expensive. But seeing as the actual lampposts or lamps were so cheap from Facebook, I am absolutely in love with them. They just make it look so good against the green. I love them so much. Look at that with the print. Thinking this one I think in the living room. Thinking maybe, yeah, that's probably better, because it was a bit small on the, or up here. Yeah, there we go. Coming back in here, I'm not sure about this. I don't know if it's a bit cuckoo. Perfect, matches the plates. I moved everything round on this dresser just the other day because it was looking very messy. I'm still not 100% sure on it. I hate these because it's the dog and cat food and they're so big. Yeah, I don't love those because they're so big, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Maybe we could move that if we do the utility. I'm much happier with how these top bits look. And these are all of my wedding flowers. I dried them and then put them up there, so they're just permanently there, and I just love how they look like messy. And then this lovely basket M&S sent to me, and I just love the structure of it, and it's like bamboo. And then we've got the willow plates and the blue and white crockery, but I'm just way happy with how that looks, because it looks deliberate, like I've put them there deliberately for display, but also it looks practical, like the plates stacked are in use. And then here it's a bit more simple, and I love the fern. And now look at the lovely flowers. That's the right way. They look a bit dead, these ones, but they match. How gorge. I think I'll just pop it there for now, and then when we tidy the kitchen later, I might put it on one of the sides. But I've got a bit of washing up to do. You know what, actually? I think when we've tidied, it would look cute there. Yeah. I got changed, it was too hot, and I'm in the car, and kind of last minute, I'm a bit concerned it will be shut, or it will shut shortly after I arrive. There is a place nearby me that I've been wanting to go to. It's like a vintage place. I may go there, and like I said, it might not be anything, it might be closed, and I'll just come back. But we were just thinking about what pictures to put in the green room, and I just thought, I want to go there, see what antique stuff they have, see if there's anything fun. It may just be furniture, because I swear it says antique furniture, but yeah, I kind of want to know all the antique places nearby, so let's go. Okay, so that was a waste of time, because it isn't open, and so Jay's Antiques, it's in Gold Sydney, looks closed. And then Faded Vintage, it says they've moved to Penzance. I'm going to park and just have a little look around, because there is a car there. I think it's so weird though when people don't, like, it happens a lot in Cornwall. I don't know if it happens so often in Cornwall. You go somewhere and it says that it's open, and they just haven't updated Google. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you update it and say that you're not open anymore? Odd. If I was here earlier, I'd go on to Penzance, because I'm halfway to Penzance. It's 4:15 though, so by the time I got to Penzance and parked and went to a shop, it would be like, there'd be no time left, because they'll all close at 5. So it would just have to be another day, another video. Maybe I'll make a whole video of me going antique shopping. That should be me sitting in bed as Alex does it. Doesn't mean you know. So here we have the pictures. I'm slightly stressed, I'm not gonna lie, that I've done them in the wrong position because the lampshades block them, but oh, I'm wondering if they should go higher. But Alex might murder me. He's already going downstairs, he doesn't care anymore. Part of me loves that kind of overlapping look, because it's like they're sitting exactly halfway above the bed frame. Whereas if they went higher, they would be above the bed frame. Let me know what you think. I'm laughing. I was saying Alex is trying so hard to not be angry, because I keep on. He's trying to do work outside, like gardening, and I keep on asking him to come in and do stuff. And I can see in his face how angry he is. But you're trying so hard not to be.
Have you cleaned this?
He came in like this, going like.
Have you cleaned it?
No.
Okay. Right.
Does anyone else's husband do this? Like, I would do it on my own, but it's easier when there's two of you, because then you can look, one of you can look, one of you can put it up.
Even though you said the whole time, no, I can do this on my own.
I can.
You can go outside.
I can do it on my own.
Window opens. Alex! Can you come inside? What are you doing?
It's not, I'm not capable of doing it alone. It's just that if there's two people, it means one can look and say, yes, that looks right. You can't do that. You have to keep on, yeah, it just makes it simpler. So,
like a fun bar or restaurant.
I think here, like, essentially, like...
Do you want the door open? No?
Well, part of me wonders about, like, having it so it's like, you know, you could sit down, but then I would never sit down, would I?
No.
You want it to be about there. Okay. If you hold that there.
I don't know what angle it will be.
Oh, just let me have a look. looking good. Well, door would never, it's normally like that, isn't it? So you can still. You don't want it too far over to the door because then you wouldn't see it as you, like if it was over here, like more central. Hold it there. He's drilling in the wallpaper. That is terrifying. Alex also put this up, a little book the other day. And we have our curtain pole. Alex put that up as well the other day, ready for the curtains. Just waiting on the fabric coming in stock. And then we'll have curtains for in here. And that's kind of it. I'm kind of showing you, I've done this where I've shown you the rooms, but I know it's quite nice to have a video where like, you see the full process. This is like just a vlog. And we've just got to sand that little mark there. Oh my god, I love it. That's so nice as well. The reflection of the trees, like when you're walking out to see the trees, like it's so pretty. That looks lovely. Something about an oval mirror on a wallpapered wall is so magical to me. It looks like something from Disney. I might finish the vlog here because I feel like I've talked a lot today. I feel like today is a reflective day because lots of the rooms are coming together, like this room coming together, basically being done. Basically the only things left to do in here is the curtains and the radiator, and like just, yeah, living in it and kind of maybe thinking, oh, what could we add, what could we, yeah, I want to get a nice rug, that kind of thing. Hello.
Oh gosh. Actually, that's pretty good. Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alex measured me the other day. I posted this on Instagram, but I realised my whole life I've been saying I'm 5'11" and I'm 6 foot. And I said this to my mum and she was like, Maddie, you've always been 6 foot. I just let you say you were 5'11" because when I was a teenager, I was insecure, I think, about being 6 foot, and I didn't want to be 6 foot because to me that was like, oh, that's manly. And I got told a lot when I was younger that I was like manly and too skinny and all these sorts of things. And I think I'm going to talk about this in another video because I'm going to ramble otherwise. But yeah, it was a realization at the age of 31 that I was like, wow, I'm actually allowing myself to be myself by saying that I'm 6 foot because I've been in denial. And that's really sad. Anyway, today is like a very reflective day, announcing that my cookbook is out. The rooms coming together and being in them and feeling like they're not like half finished projects where there's no personality in them, and it really is the finishing touches that make a room because you have the colour in the finishing touches and you have the sort of detail and the personality and the coziness in them. So it's just so surreal for them to be coming together and to be living in this house after 2 years, 2.5 years, and finally have like our bedroom that we live in, that we go to every night, and a spare bedroom that I can invite people around to stay in, and a patio that we can, you know, enjoy and experience. All those things slowly coming together is such a pinch me moment, and it makes me think about like how far we've come, how grateful I am for my job, how grateful I am for all of you, and just like to have this life. It's very weird and surreal. I just sometimes I'm a bit like, oh, what did I do to deserve this? Like I don't know. I sometimes just like, how the hell do I own this house? And how the hell have I written a cookbook? Why did a publisher want me to write a cookbook? Why do people watch my videos? How did I get this house? Like, it's just, I'm having like imposter syndrome is the word, isn't it? And it feels very surreal. Please pre-order the cookbook if you're interested in getting my debut cookbook. I will be eternally grateful, and I'm so happy to be finally sharing it with you, so I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. And anything that's happening to do with it, I can share it. So we're doing the cover shoot, I can share that with you, and I can you know, share sneak peeks of the recipes and any like stuff leading up to it. It's going to be so exciting, such an exciting time of my life. And yeah, thank you to anyone who does pre-order it, and thank you to anyone who gets it, or even just anyone who's supported my channel and writes a comment or watches a video or likes my video or subscribes. All of you, it means so much, and I'm having a soppy appreciative day. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll either see you tomorrow with a few little clips, or this is the end of the video, and go order my book. Make it vegan. It's out. Madeleine, Olivia.